Welcome back, friends. Welcome to the another video from Bhumeshwar Goskonda. In this video lecture, we want to talk about dentition in mammals. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So now we discuss about the major topic. It is very important for your examination point of view. It's called dentition in mammals. So the mammals are nothing but here these are belongs to mammalia group. So these mammalia group of individuals which are shows the one of the major feature is called milk producing and milk secreting nature due to the presence of mammary glands. At the same time, in this group of individuals which are also consist the another major feature is called dentition. So here the dentition is nothing but the arrangement of teeth on upper jaw and as well as lower jaw, but mainly which are also seen in premaxilla and as well as maxilla, and finally on dentary bone. So this type of process is named as dentition. So generally the dentition is a well seen in gnathostomata group of individual, but in certain individuals there is no teeth. So the type of special individuals which are discussed in this portion, so means absence of teeth in gnathostomates. So gnathostomata group of organisms are nothing but like fishes, amphibians, reptilians, aves and mammalians. But at the same time here in this first time the modern turtles, means here modern turtles are belongs to chelonia group, and at the same time this chelonia is also included under reptilia, and at the same another group is called birds. So in this group of individuals there is no teeth, means the teeth are completely absent in modern turtles and as well as birds. And at the same another like in embryonic stages of platypus, means in platypus here it is a one of the mammalia individual, so in which platypus the embryonic teeth are present, embryonic teeth are present, but which are replaced by a epidermal teeth. So these epidermal teeth are not a true teeth, epidermal teeth are not a true teeth. So that's why here in which in adult platypus there is no teeth, and at the same time another individual is called in echidna. So here echidna is also named as a spiny anteater. So the spiny anteater is scientifically called tachyglossus. The teeth are absent in all stages of the life, and in different type of whales are also there is no teeth, like the different type of whales are nothing but right whale and pygmy right whale and gray whale and whalebone whale. So in this group of organisms which are there is no teeth, so simply the teeth are absent. So now we discuss about the origin of teeth in mammals. Generally, the teeth are mesodermal in origin. Mesodermal in origin means mesoderm is nothing but here it is the one of the primordial germinal layer at the time of embryonic development. So these primordial germinal layer which can responsible for the formation of teeth, and at the same time here these teeth which are evolved from the mainly denticles, but these denticles which are released from armor near the margins of mouth, armor near the margins of the mouth, but this mouth which can turned as a ossification in the integument. So means ossification is it takes place in the integument, and finally which is stored or deposited or accumulated in the margins of the mouth, and finally which are turns to formation of denticles, and these denticles are suitable for the formation of teeth. Okay, now we discuss about the structure of tooth in mammalian, but actually a typical mammalian tooth can be distinguished or characterized by the mainly three regions. Like the first part is called crown, and the second part is called root, and third part is named as neck. Here it is the intermediary region which can connect the crown to root. So now I'll draw about the structure of tooth. Like so now. Okay, here it is the diagram of tooth, and here the mainly the tooth which is distinguished by the three regions. The outer, the visible part is called first part is named as crown, and here the middle part it is the junction in between crown to root. So here it is the lower part which is fixed in the jaw bone. So here it is called neck region. So finally these are the major three regions like a crown, neck part, and here it is called root. Here the crown, actually here it is a exposed part of the tooth, and it is situated above the root, and at the same time the root then which is a hidden part in the gum which is anchored in the saccades or alveolus of the jawbone, alveoli of the jawbone, and at the same time the teeth encloses a pulp cavity, in which pulp cavity the several number of blood capillaries and nerve cells are present, and these blood capillaries which are supplying the nourishment material for the development, and here the nerve cells are also situated within the pulp cavity, and as well as connective tissue are also present, connective tissue also present in the pulp cavity. Here the neck is the junction root, so junction region of in between crown to root portion is called neck. here, in which there are three kinds of tissues in a typical tooth. Like the first type of one is named as outer one is called enamel, and the second one is called dentin, and the last one, third one, is called cement. So these are the major three various types of tissues. At the same time, here the crown is covered by a thin, very hard layer is called enamel. It is the very hardest and heaviest tissue in all vertebrates, and at the same time it is composed of crystals of hydroxyapatite, and at the same time which is ectodermal in origin and totally acellular, and below the enamel has the another part is called dentin, and this dentin which is a hard dermal bony substances layer, but it is found very harder than the bone but softer than the enamel, because the enamel which is a very harder than the bone also, right? So finally it is the heaviest, means enamel layer is the heaviest and hardest tissue of the vertebrate, but the dentin which is the harder than the, or very stronger than the bone but softer than the enamel layer. And next one, actually in human dentin is composed of the mainly phosphate calcium phosphate and fluorides near about 66.72 percentage, and the remaining organic material 28.01 percentage, like calcium carbonate, means the calcium phosphates and calcium carbonates, which are mainly useful for the formation of human dentin. And the root of tooth is covered by a thin layer is named as cement, and this cement is also named as cementum, and also named as crista petrosa. And here it is a highly vascular periodontal membrane, and it is a strong connective tissue fibers, and this cement is a non-vascular bone, and these non-vascular bone usually acellular. It is also softer than the dentin, and richly have the collagenous fibers, and it wears rapidly when exposed. The pulp cavity is lined with, means here the pulp cavity which is lined with the specialized type of cells which are named as odontoblasts. So these odontoblasts which are secretes the dentin and cement, and finally these dentin cement are the mesodermal in origin,